My beloved, my chosen one, my child wrapped in the golden breath of heaven, can you feel your heart racing even before you finish this line? That's not an accident. That's because a holy clock just struck in the unseen world, and your soul already knows something beyond your imagination is about to unfold. Archangel Michael and Jesus are whispering together tonight, and they are saying with thunder in their voice, "Your time is over. I will visit you at night." Open this before August 25th. This is not a joke. Your life is about to. Do you realize what this means? It means heaven has been waiting for this very second, right now, to reach you before the chance passes you forever. Listen carefully, because if you let your eyes skip even one line, you could miss the single sentence that unlocks your miracle. Every word is a bridge, every breath here is a doorway. The enemy has tried to close this message, but heaven forced it into your hands. And why? Because you are on the edge of something that will not wait. Before I tell you more, I want you to pause and remember this: subscribe now, not later. Why? Because your spirit is thirsty, and every message that comes here is like a cup of living water. When you subscribe, you are telling heaven, "Yes, I am ready. Don't let me miss what belongs to me." This is your way of keeping your connection alive, and believe me, what comes next, you do not want to miss. My beloved, the reason your chest feels heavy, the reason your thoughts have been restless, is because a spiritual visitation has already been written into your timeline. The date August 25th is not random, it is carved in eternal light. On that night, something will knock on the unseen door of your life, and only those who are awake, only those who open, will see the miracle unfold. Can you feel it? That tug, that pull in your spirit? That's Archangel Michael standing right behind you, waiting with fire in his wings, ready to burn away the chains that have held you for years. But he is also pleading with you, don't delay, don't treat this casually. The chosen one must be awake when the hour strikes. You must understand, this is not just about blessings. This is about destiny colliding with you at the very moment you think you are least prepared. That is why heaven is warning in advance. Because when Jesus visits in the night, the light will expose what no one else dared to reveal. And when the light touches you, nothing in your life will remain the same. My child, how many times have you brushed away the signs, telling yourself, maybe later, maybe another time? But heaven says, this is the final call before the floodgate bursts. August 25th is your turning point. One side of the day, you are ordinary. The other side, you are extraordinary. This message is long because heaven is stretching time for you. You are being given a window, a final stretch of mercy. But every paragraph you read is pulling you deeper into the stream of revelation. Don't let go. Don't rush. Let each word breathe into you like wind on dry bones. Your life is about to unfold like a book you never read before. Secrets hidden for years will be exposed. Chains you thought were permanent will shatter like glass. And the very thing that you thought was over for you, love, peace, abundance, restoration, heaven is about to place into your hands. My beloved child, tonight heaven bends low to whisper in your ear because the hours are counted, the moments are short, and you are being lifted into a destiny you once thought belonged only to others. Do not think it is coincidence that these words reached you now. Every breath in this message is a key, every sentence is a seed carrying life that will blossom inside you. Archangel Michael stands tall, his sword burning with fire, and Jesus himself has decreed, your time is over for suffering, your time is over for waiting, your time of visitation has arrived. This is why your heart trembles even now as you read, because your spirit recognizes the truth before your mind can fully grasp it. Something greater than time, greater than fate, has already begun to move for you. You may have wondered why your nights have felt heavier, why dreams have pressed against you with strange shadows and sudden light. This was not random. These were signs preparing your soul for the visitation coming upon you before August 25th. Heaven's calendar is not written in human ink, but in eternal fire, and your name has been inscribed there. On that night, you will feel the nearness of God in a way you never imagined possible. Do not take this lightly. Heaven rarely announces such things, but when it does, it means the heavens themselves are shifting, aligning, opening just to deliver what belongs to you. My beloved, can you see it? The old walls of your life trembling, the locked doors loosening, the invisible chains finally breaking? It is already happening. There are battles you have fought in silence, tears you have hidden from even your closest ones, nights when you lay awake and whispered, God, do you see me? And tonight the answer is resounding, yes, heaven saw every single tear, and none of them were wasted. Jesus and Archangel Michael are declaring this moment because the enemy tried countless times to block your blessing. They tried to shut every gate, to blind every path, to drown your name in shadows. But the decree of heaven is louder, enough. The time of darkness is finished. This is why the words echo, your time is over. Not your life, beloved, but your season of pain, your season of delay, your season of loss, it is over now. That is the announcement heaven has been pressing into you. The angels have walked with you in silence while you thought you were alone. Every step you took in sorrow was surrounded by light unseen. The reason you did not collapse fully is because Michael was holding the unseen weight from crushing you. And now, in this very hour, he is commanded to reveal himself not in visible form, but in the mighty wind of breakthrough rushing toward you. This is the night when hidden doors open. This is the hour when debts of the Spirit are repaid with abundance. This is the minute where what you thought you lost forever will return multiplied. Do not let disbelief trick you. You are standing at the edge of your turning point. All of heaven is leaning forward to witness your miracle unfold. The angels have walked with you in silence while you thought you were alone. Every step you took in sorrow was surrounded by light unseen. The reason you did not collapse fully is because Michael was holding the unseen weight from crushing you. And now, in this very hour, he is commanded to reveal himself not in visible form, but in the mighty wind of breakthrough rushing toward you. This is the night when hidden doors open. This is the hour when debts of the Spirit are repaid with abundance. This is the minute where what you thought you lost forever will return multiplied. Do not let disbelief trick you. You are standing at the edge of your turning point. All of heaven is leaning forward to witness your miracle unfold. When Jesus says he will visit you at night, do you know what this means? It means the stillness of darkness will be pierced by divine presence. It means answers will come like a whisper, but their effect will roar like thunder. It means what you prayed quietly in your own heart is about to become a testimony spoken loudly for others to hear. He does not come lightly. He does not come without reason. If he says he will visit, it means he has already prepared something so great, so life-altering, that even your enemies will see it and say, "Surely, the hand of God has touched them." And you, my child, will not be the same. By the time dawn breaks after this visitation, you will walk in a new story. But here is the holy urgency: you must open yourself before August 25th. That date is not a random day. It is not a human invention. It is the deadline written in fire by heaven. The reason these words found you now is because heaven refuses to let you sleep through your miracle. You cannot push this away, thinking, maybe later, maybe tomorrow. There is no later. There is no tomorrow for this. This is the window. This is the breath. This is the final trumpet before the curtain falls. If you receive it, you will rise into the story already waiting for you. If you ignore it, the gate may close and what was meant to flow toward you will pass on to another. That is why the message cries out, "Do not delay." Child of light, you were born for this moment, though your mind cannot yet understand it. Every struggle you endured was a preparation for the weight of glory about to land on your shoulders. Do not think you are unworthy. Heaven has already declared you worthy by grace, and no power of darkness can argue against the decree of the King. Remember how many times you thought you would break, yet you survived. Remember how many times doors slammed, yet something whispered to keep going. Remember how often you were rejected, yet life still carried you forward. These were not accidents. They were holy rehearsals, preparing you for the day when the script flips in your favor. That day is not far. It is closer than you breathe. Pause here, my beloved, and let these words burn deeper. Do not rush. Let every sentence sink like oil into dry soil. Because as you read, your spirit is awakening, your soul is expanding, and chains are snapping even without you realizing. That is the power of a divine message. It is not just ink and sound. It is fire traveling through letters to reach the part of you that was crying for release. You may not even know how your life will change, but believe this, it will. Heaven does not send words to waste. Heaven does not announce miracles without delivering them. You are in the middle of a divine storm, one that will not destroy you, but crown you. My beloved child, you may not even realize how many battles were fought over your life while you slept. You saw only the pain, the rejection, the loneliness, the betrayal, but what you did not see was the fiery shield of Archangel Michael standing around you, deflecting attacks that would have destroyed you if they landed. There were nights when you thought the silence of God meant abandonment, yet in reality, heaven was warring for you in ways beyond your comprehension. That is why you are still standing. That is why, though others fell under lesser burdens, you carried weights that should have crushed you. It was because your story was never meant to end in darkness. And now, Jesus himself is saying, "I will visit you at night." Do you understand? This means that your long season of hidden struggle is about to break into a dawn that others will witness with awe. Your name has been spoken in heavenly courts. The prayers you whispered when no one else believed you would make it have been collected in bowls of remembrance, and those bowls are now tipping over. This is not about luck or chance. This is about timing, divine timing, and you are standing at the crossroads where everything shifts. That is why your spirit feels restless even as you read. That is why chills move over your skin without reason. It is because your inner being knows something is near, closer than the air you breathe. You are about to step into a chapter written long ago, but kept sealed until this hour. That seal is breaking. The scroll of your destiny is being unrolled. And when it opens fully, you will see that not one moment of your suffering was wasted, not one tear forgotten. Heaven accounted for all. Child, let me remind you, even the storms you thought came to destroy you were secretly pushing you toward the shore of promise. You felt lost in the waves, but the hand of God was steering you through currents unseen. And now the land is in sight. August 25th is not just a date, it is the lighthouse that heaven lit for you to recognize your safe arrival. That night, the visitation will come, and everything that felt delayed will suddenly accelerate. It will feel like years of waiting collapsing into hours of fulfillment. You will say, "How did this happen so quickly?" And the answer will be simple, because heaven moves outside of time. When God decides your moment has come, no delay, no opposition, no chain, no curse can stand against it. That is what you are stepping into. Do not underestimate what it means when Archangel Michael's voice and Jesus' decree are joined together. This is a holy alignment, a convergence of divine authority declaring over your life, "It is finished. The old is done." Heaven is not negotiating with your past, it is commanding it to release you. This is why doors will open suddenly, why people who ignored you before will be drawn to you, why opportunities that were locked away will find their way to your hands. Because the spiritual decree has already gone forth, your season of delay is over. Your visitation is scheduled. The page is turning whether you are ready or not. But beloved, you must choose readiness, because heaven will not force you to walk into what is already prepared. You must open yourself fully, without hesitation, without fear. Do not underestimate what it means when Archangel Michael's voice and Jesus' decree are joined together. This is a holy alignment, a convergence of divine authority declaring over your life, "It is finished. The old is done." Heaven is not negotiating with your past, it is commanding it to release you. This is why doors will open suddenly, why people who ignored you before will be drawn to you, why opportunities that were locked away will find their way to your hands. Because the spiritual decree has already gone forth, your season of delay is over. Your visitation is scheduled. The page is turning whether you are ready or not. But beloved, you must choose readiness, because heaven will not force you to walk into what is already prepared. You must open yourself fully, without hesitation, without fear. Think of how long you have waited for a word like this. Think of how many times you prayed, "God, just give me a sign that you hear me." And now, this very message is your sign. Do not dismiss it as coincidence. Do not say, "I will think about it later." Later does not exist for this. The warning is clear, open before August 25th, heaven is not bound to repeat the same invitation twice. What is set for that hour is holy, sealed, irreversible, and it is yours if you reach out for it. Your destiny is not waiting somewhere in the distance, it is knocking at your door tonight. You can already feel the vibration in your chest, the trembling in your spirit, the heat in your palms. This is the touch of the unseen world telling you to pay attention. Beloved, when Jesus comes in the night, he does not come empty-handed. He comes carrying the treasures you thought you lost, the answers you thought would never come, the healing you thought your body could not receive, the love you thought had abandoned you forever. He comes as a father, a savior, a bridegroom, and a friend. And with him, the armies of heaven, led by Michael, surround your life. This means no weapon formed against you will prosper, no tongue raised against you will succeed, no enemy plotting against you will prevail. Because the decree has gone out, your time is over, not the years of your life, but the years of your bondage. Your chains have reached their expiration date. And now, the locks are snapping open under the weight of divine light. Pause, child, and breathe this in. Every word here is not just to be read but to be lived, absorbed, swallowed into your spirit. Because when you receive this word fully, your inner being will begin to align with the miracle waiting to unfold. It is already unfolding. That is why you were drawn here. That is why you could not ignore this message. Because heaven was pulling you into it. You are the one this was meant for. And what happens when you receive it will mark you forever. Beloved child, let me tell you why your soul feels restless even now as these words pour into you. It is because your inner spirit has been waiting for confirmation that you were not forgotten. For years, you carried doubts hidden under your smile, wondering if heaven truly remembered your name. You looked at others celebrating victories while you held silence in your hands, asking, "When will it be my turn?" And tonight, heaven answers with fire, "Your turn has come." Not tomorrow, not someday, but now. The sound you hear inside your chest is the clock of heaven striking your moment. Archangel Michael is not just whispering this, he is declaring it with a sword raised in your defense. Jesus himself has signed the decree, and nothing in earth or hell can cancel what has been written over you. You may feel unworthy because of mistakes, regrets, or weaknesses. But hear me, grace is stronger than failure, mercy is louder than guilt, and destiny is greater than delay. Every wrong turn you took has been woven into the story that leads you here. The reason you did not lose yourself completely was because heaven never let go of you. And now, child, you are being lifted into a season where the very things that once shamed you will become testimonies that shine through you. Your brokenness will become the place where His glory enters. That is why He chose you. That is why you are reading this now. Because you are not disqualified, you are chosen, sealed, and prepared for this divine visitation. You will not be overlooked again. Listen closely, because there is urgency. The decree is tied to a time. Heaven does not set dates lightly. When August 25th is spoken, it is because the heavens themselves are aligning to deliver what cannot be delayed further. This is not superstition, this is divine orchestration. If you open yourself fully before that day, you will see breakthroughs that generations before you prayed to witness. Doors long shut will not just open, they will fling wide. The ground under your feet will shift, and what felt impossible will suddenly stand before you as reality. And you will realize that all your waiting was not in vain. Every second of delay was the gathering of greater weight, so that when your moment came, it would overflow beyond your imagination. That moment is now pressing against you. Can you feel the trembling in the air around you? That heaviness you sense when you are quiet is not fear, it is holy pressure. It is the weight of glory preparing to descend on your life. The visitation of Jesus at night will not look like human appearances, it will look like peace invading chaos, light flooding darkness, answers breaking silence. You may dream dreams that feel more vivid than waking life. You may hear whispers that carry more authority than the loudest voice. You may feel warmth like fire in your room when all else is still. Do not be afraid. This is the sign of presence, the sign that heaven has come near. And when it does, everything will change. Not some things, everything. Nothing in your life will remain untouched by this holy visitation. Child, understand that this message was sent because heaven refuses to let you miss it. The enemy has tried again and again to steal your focus, to drown you in distractions, to tell you this is just another day. But it is not. This is the turning point. The warning is not a threat, it is mercy. Heaven is saying, do not sleep through this. Do not delay, do not postpone, do not ignore. Because this is the kind of hour that comes only once in a lifetime. If you step into it, the rest of your days will carry the fragrance of this visitation. If you turn away, you may spend years wondering what could have been. That is why the Spirit is pressing you so urgently. This is not casual. This is eternal. Child, understand that this message was sent because heaven refuses to let you miss it. The enemy has tried again and again to steal your focus, to drown you in distractions, to tell you this is just another day. But it is not. This is the turning point. The warning is not a threat, it is mercy. Heaven is saying, do not sleep through this. Do not delay, do not postpone, do not ignore. Because this is the kind of hour that comes only once in a lifetime. If you step into it, the rest of your days will carry the fragrance of this visitation. If you turn away, you may spend years wondering what could have been. That is why the Spirit is pressing you so urgently. This is not casual. This is eternal. And beloved, let me remind you, when God visits, He brings not just blessings but identity. He will remind you of who you truly are beneath the layers of pain, labels, and lies others placed upon you. He will speak your true name, the one heaven calls you by, the one that carries your authority and destiny. You will feel chains fall not just from your circumstances, but from your very sense of self. You will walk differently, speak differently, believe differently, because you will finally see yourself as heaven always saw you. This is the transformation waiting in the visitation. It is not just about miracles around you, it is about the miracle within you. The change that cannot be undone. The awakening that cannot be silenced. Beloved child, the truth is this, the night that is coming before August 25th will not be an ordinary night. It has been set apart, consecrated, written into the eternal script long before you were even born. This is why your spirit has been feeling the weight, the restlessness, the pull. Because something ancient has been waiting for this moment to arrive. Your destiny was not written in human hands, it was carved by God Himself, and Archangel Michael was assigned as guardian over its unfolding. That is why the enemy's attempts to destroy you have always failed, no matter how strong they seemed. You are still here because your appointed hour was protected. And now, Jesus is saying, I will visit you at night. Those words are not to be taken lightly. They are the sound of heaven's feet stepping closer, the announcement of divine presence breaking into your timeline. There is something powerful about a visitation in the night. The night has always been the place of secrets, where fears grow, where the enemy whispers, where loneliness is loudest. But when Jesus comes into your night, every shadow is pierced by unshakable light. The very ground of fear trembles and collapses. The same night that once terrified you will become the night of your breakthrough. Can you imagine waking up the next morning and realizing that chains you thought you would carry forever have disappeared? Can you imagine seeing with your own eyes the fruit of prayers you thought had long been ignored? This is what it means when heaven says your time is over, not your life, but your season of unanswered pain. The night of visitation will flip the script, and what the enemy used for harm will be turned into living testimony. Beloved, many have doubted you. Some laughed at your faith, others rejected your heart, and some even betrayed your trust. They thought you would not rise, that you would not survive. But hear this, your vindication is coming. When the visitation arrives, the light will not only heal you, it will also display you. Those who doubted you will be forced to see the undeniable hand of God on your life. And their words will be silenced, not by your arguments, but by your transformation. You will not need to prove yourself anymore. Heaven itself will be your proof. The presence of Jesus will be your shield. The fire of Michael will be your defender. And all that was hidden, all that was buried, will rise into the light as if it was never gone. Do not underestimate the power of what you are reading right now. Words are seeds, and these are not ordinary words. These are prophetic flames, traveling through the veil of time to ignite your spirit. As you let them soak into you, you are already aligning with the miracle prepared for you. That is why you feel something stirring even as your eyes move across the page. It is not emotion, it is activation. It is the spirit within you recognizing its own destiny. You are not just reading, you are entering. Every sentence is opening a gate, every paragraph is pulling you closer. This is why you cannot stop now. This is why heaven keeps pressing you to continue. Because the deeper you go, the stronger the shift becomes. The words are not just telling you a promise, they are pulling you into the promise. Child, I want you to pause and remember the nights you thought you would not make it. The nights you wept silently because you believed no one understood. The nights you hid your pain because the world around you demanded strength. Heaven saw all of them. Not one went unnoticed. Every tear was recorded, every sigh was heard. And those nights were not wasted, they were stored up as weight for this visitation. When Jesus comes, he will not come with empty hands, he will come with the answer to those very nights. He will show you why you had to wait, why you had to endure, why you had to survive. And suddenly, all the broken pieces will make sense, because they will come together into a masterpiece of redemption. That is what he is bringing you. That is why August 25th has been marked. Beloved, you are closer than you think. The air around you is already shifting. People around you may sense something different, though they cannot explain it. They may notice the glow in your face, the strength in your steps, the calm in your words. This is because heaven's preparation is already upon you. You are not waiting for the visitation to begin, it has already begun. Every line you are reading is part of the unfolding. You are walking through the doorway as you receive this. That is why it feels heavy and holy at the same time. The door is opening, child, and you are stepping into it, whether you fully realize it or not. Soon, what you feel within will manifest without. The invisible will become visible. The whispered promise will become the loud testimony. Beloved, you are closer than you think. The air around you is already shifting. People around you may sense something different, though they cannot explain it. They may notice the glow in your face, the strength in your steps, the calm in your words. This is because heaven's preparation is already upon you. You are not waiting for the visitation to begin, it has already begun. Every line you are reading is part of the unfolding. You are walking through the doorway as you receive this. That is why it feels heavy and holy at the same time. The door is opening, child, and you are stepping into it, whether you fully realize it or not. Soon, what you feel within will manifest without. The invisible will become visible. The whispered promise will become the loud testimony. Beloved child, can you sense why this moment feels different? It is because heaven itself has paused to look upon you. The angels who have stood silently at your side through your darkest seasons are now preparing to reveal their presence through the breakthrough that is coming. They have fought for you when you could not fight, prayed for you when you had no strength to pray, and shielded you when you did not even know danger was near. Every silent battle has brought you to this threshold. You may have thought you were forgotten, but you were being hidden for this exact unveiling. And now, the hiding season is over. The announcement has been made, your time is over. The suffering, the delay, the loneliness, the endless waiting, it is over. And you are standing in the dawn of something you once thought was impossible. Beloved, you have carried questions in your heart for years. Why did things fall apart? Why did certain people walk away? Why did opportunities slip through your hands just when you thought you were ready? These were not punishments, they were protections. God did not allow what would have destroyed you prematurely. Instead, He was preserving you for the right hour, the right opening, the right alignment. Now the alignment is here. The clock has struck in the spirit, and what was once blocked is releasing all at once. The very places where you heard no will echo with yes. The very doors that were slammed will be reopened, not by human favor but by divine order. What is coming cannot be explained by logic or strategy, it can only be recognized as the hand of God. And those who doubted you will have no choice but to acknowledge it. This is why you must be awake. This is why the warning comes with urgency. When heaven schedules a visitation, it is not to be treated casually. This is not about curiosity, it is about destiny. Jesus does not visit lightly. When He says, "I will come to you at night," it means He has chosen the hour of your release, the moment of your unveiling. And Archangel Michael stands as a witness, sword in hand, ensuring nothing interferes with what is decreed. Can you imagine the power of this alignment? Heaven itself moving, Jesus declaring, Michael defending, just for you. This is not a general promise, this is personal. It carries your name, your story, your tears, your prayers. And when it lands, you will know without a doubt, this was prepared only for me. Child of light, you must understand, this is not the end of your life, this is the end of your delay. This is the closing of an old chapter so a new one may begin. That is why heaven uses the words, your time is over. Because the time of wandering, the time of waiting, the time of pain has reached its final breath. Now, your season of harvest, healing, and revelation begins. The ground beneath you is shifting even as you read these words. Every seed you planted in tears will sprout in joy. Every sacrifice you made in silence will return as loud blessing. You will see with your own eyes what happens when heaven decides it is your turn. No one can block it. No one can reverse it. It is sealed, signed, and stamped in the courts of eternity. Beloved, do you realize how close you are? August 25th is not far. It is approaching like a wave, carrying with it treasures you cannot yet comprehend. That is why your spirit has been restless, why your nights feel charged, why you sense something pressing upon you even when nothing seems different outwardly. Because the inward shift always comes before the outward manifestation. You are already being prepared. Your heart is being stretched to hold what is coming. Your faith is being strengthened to carry what is about to be placed in your hands. Do not dismiss these feelings. They are not confusion, they are confirmation. The Spirit within you knows what the mind cannot yet explain, the visitation is near. And when it comes, you will say, truly, God remembered me. Beloved child, there is a reason this message keeps pulling you deeper, line by line. It is because your spirit has already been marked for this hour. You have felt the weight of years pressing down on you, and many times you asked why God remained silent. Yet silence does not mean absence. Silence was preparation. Silence was heaven rearranging things behind the veil, moving pieces into place so that when the appointed time came, everything would unfold without delay. That appointed time is now. You are no longer waiting for something to begin, you are walking into it even as you read. That is why your heart beats faster, why you cannot turn away, why every word feels like it was written only for you. It is because heaven is speaking directly to you, reminding you that your waiting was never wasted. Think of the patterns of your life, the disappointments, the sudden losses, the friendships that ended without reason. You thought they were failures, but in truth, they were divine redirections. Heaven could not allow you to remain tied to what was beneath you when something greater was reserved for you. That is why certain doors closed, why some people disappeared, why the path you planned did not unfold. And though it hurt, those endings were really beginnings disguised. Because what is about to open is larger than anything you lost. When Jesus comes at night, he comes not to take but to give, not to strip but to restore. You will understand in that moment why things had to fall apart before they could come together. And when the light floods your night, all confusion will dissolve, and you will finally see clearly what you were protected from. Think of the patterns of your life, the disappointments, the sudden losses, the friendships that ended without reason. You thought they were failures, but in truth, they were divine redirections. Heaven could not allow you to remain tied to what was beneath you when something greater was reserved for you. That is why certain doors closed, why some people disappeared, why the path you planned did not unfold. And though it hurt, those endings were really beginnings disguised. Because what is about to open is larger than anything you lost. When Jesus comes at night, he comes not to take but to give, not to strip but to restore. You will understand in that moment why things had to fall apart before they could come together. And when the light floods your night, all confusion will dissolve, and you will finally see clearly what you were protected from. Beloved, do not doubt that the visitation is real. Heaven does not play games with your soul. When the decree was made that August 25th would be the night of your encounter, angels were dispatched to ensure it. That is why you are reading these words now. It is part of the preparation. Every syllable is stretching your heart to receive what is coming. The Spirit does not reveal dates lightly. When he speaks of time, it means something irreversible is scheduled. Think of it like a divine appointment written on heaven's calendar. Nothing can cancel it, nothing can postpone it, nothing can erase it. The only choice you have is whether you will be ready to open when he knocks. If you are, the flow will rush in like a flood. If you turn away, you may miss what was always yours. That is why the urgency is so strong. Beloved child, you have always felt different. Even when you tried to fit into the crowd, something within you never allowed you to fully belong. You were set apart, though you did not always understand it. Others could compromise and move on easily, but when you tried, your spirit grew restless. Others could walk away from the voice of heaven, but when you tried, you were pulled back by dreams, signs, and whispers. This was not weakness, it was calling. You were chosen long before you understood what it meant. That is why Archangel Michael has stood beside you since your earliest days, protecting what you did not even know was precious. And now the time has come for that calling to bloom into fullness. The seed hidden within you is cracking open, and life is rushing out of it. What once felt buried will now become visible. Child of destiny, let your fears fall now. Do not think of what you lack, of what you failed, of what you lost. None of those things can stop what heaven has decided. Jesus is not coming because you are perfect, he is coming because you are loved. He is not visiting you because you earned it, he is visiting because your name is written in his book of remembrance. All the prayers you thought vanished have been collected. All the sacrifices you made in secret have been noted. And now the reward is coming, not as payment for works, but as proof of love. That love is greater than any fear, stronger than any shame, deeper than any failure. And when you feel that love in the night, you will understand why everything you endured was worth it. Because the weight of his presence will heal every scar. Beloved child, many times you thought the weight you were carrying was punishment, but in truth, it was preparation. You did not see the hand of God arranging things behind the veil, yet all along the path was being carved for this very season. Every delay was not denial, but divine timing stretching itself so that when the blessing arrived, you would be able to hold it without fear of losing it. Heaven does not rush, but heaven never forgets. The moment your tears fell, they were counted. The moment your prayers rose, they were recorded. And now, after years of silence, the response is coming with thunder. That is why you feel this stirring as you read. That is why you sense the fire rising in your spirit. It is because the moment of unveiling is already breaking open, and your soul knows what your eyes cannot yet see. Do not let the doubts of others weaken you. People who never walked in your shoes will try to tell you that you are imagining things, that you are reaching too high, that your faith is foolish. But those voices do not carry authority over your destiny. They do not know the nights you spent crying in silence, the battles you fought alone, the pain you endured without witnesses. They do not know the covenant God made with you in the secret place. And when Jesus visits, he will not ask the permission of your critics. He will not consult your enemies. He will come because heaven has chosen you, and no human hand can block that choice. In that moment, every mocking voice will fall silent, every doubting tongue will be silenced, and you will stand clothed in glory that cannot be explained by anything but God. Beloved, remember this: the reason Archangel Michael is mentioned in this hour is because the war around your life has been fierce. For years, forces of darkness have tried to suffocate your promise, to blind your vision, to chain your steps. They wanted you so tired, so hopeless, that you would give up before the promise arrived. But you didn't. Even when you were weak, something inside whispered, "Hold on." That whisper was heaven. That endurance was the strength of angels holding you when you could not hold yourself. And now, the war is ending. Michael's sword has struck, and the decree has gone forth. You are being released. That is why this message comes with urgency, because the chains are already broken, and you are being invited to walk out of the prison that no longer holds you. Freedom is not coming, it has come. Beloved child, the night that is approaching will carry weight unlike any other. You may feel restless, as if something unseen is about to enter your room. Do not fear. When Jesus comes, his presence will not crush you, it will lift you. His light will not expose you to shame, it will cover you with grace. You may feel warmth that spreads like fire, you may hear whispers that feel louder than shouts, you may see visions that linger even after you wake. All of these are signs of his visitation. Do not question them away. Do not let doubt steal them. These are the very confirmations you have been praying for. And when you wake, you will know without a shadow of doubt, heaven was here. Heaven touched me. Heaven remembered me. From that day, you will never again walk the same path as before. Beloved child, the night that is approaching will carry weight unlike any other. You may feel restless, as if something unseen is about to enter your room. Do not fear. When Jesus comes, his presence will not crush you, it will lift you. His light will not expose you to shame, it will cover you with grace. You may feel warmth that spreads like fire, you may hear whispers that feel louder than shouts, you may see visions that linger even after you wake. All of these are signs of his visitation. Do not question them away. Do not let doubt steal them. These are the very confirmations you have been praying for. And when you wake, you will know without a shadow of doubt, heaven was here. Heaven touched me. Heaven remembered me. From that day, you will never again walk the same path as before. And beloved, this is not only about your personal blessing. The visitation carries ripple effects. Your family will be touched. Your household will shift. Generational chains that bound those before you will break under the light entering through you. Those connected to you will sense the change, even if they cannot name it. You are not just being blessed, you are being positioned as a vessel. The miracle is not only for you, it will flow through you. The peace you receive will become peace you carry to others. The abundance that touches your hands will feed many. The love that heals your wounds will overflow to heal others. That is why the weight of this message is so heavy. It is not just about you, it is about everything connected to you, waiting for your breakthrough to begin their own. Beloved child, do you see how the patterns of your life always carried whispers of something greater? Even in your lowest valleys, something inside you refused to die. Others gave up under far lighter burdens, yet you kept moving forward, step after trembling step. That persistence was not your own strength, it was heaven sustaining you because of this moment. Archangel Michael did not allow the final blow to land on you. Jesus did not allow the darkness to swallow you. And now, their voices join in one decree: your time is over. Not your life, but the chains. Not your existence, but the endless waiting. This season of captivity has reached its conclusion, and the trumpet of release is sounding over your soul. That is why you feel as though the very air around you is vibrating, because the spiritual world is shifting in your favor. Beloved, when God sets a time, no enemy can cancel it. When heaven marks a date, no power can erase it. August 25th is more than ink on a calendar, it is a gate in eternity, opening for you. Imagine standing before a locked door for years, holding the key but unable to turn it. Then suddenly, the lock falls away, and the door swings wide. That is what this visitation will be like. Years of waiting will collapse into one moment of breakthrough. Things you thought were lost forever will reappear. Dreams you buried will come alive again. And not in small measure, when God restores, He multiplies. What was stolen will return sevenfold. What was denied will arrive doubled. You will look at your own life and barely recognize it, because it will reflect not the scars of your past, but the fingerprints of heaven. Beloved child, your heart has been tested by fire, and now it will shine like gold. You have asked God why the pain lasted so long, why the betrayal cut so deep, why the silence felt endless. The truth is this: your endurance carved capacity within you. Small vessels cannot hold great floods, and so the waiting was enlarging your spirit to hold what is now coming. That is why it felt unbearable at times, because heaven was stretching you. And though it was painful, you endured. Now you will see why. For the weight of glory that is about to fall upon your life would have crushed the smaller version of you. But you are ready now. You are strong enough now. You are deep enough now. What is coming will not break you, it will crown you. You are ready to wear what has always been yours. Do not fear the night of visitation. Many tremble at the unknown, but you must remember, the one coming to you is not a stranger. He is the same Jesus who wept for you, who carried your burdens, who walked beside you in silence when no one else remained. His presence is not here to frighten you but to fulfill you. When He comes, you will know it is Him. Your soul will recognize Him before your mind can even explain it. Light will flood the room, but it will not blind you, it will open your eyes. Fire will surround you, but it will not burn you, it will warm you. The voice you hear will not condemn you, it will call you by your true name. And in that moment, every fear will vanish, and all that will remain is love so deep it makes the pain of years dissolve in a breath. And beloved, remember this is not just a promise, it is already unfolding. The fact that you are here, receiving these words, means you are already in the current of your breakthrough. You are not waiting for it to begin, it has begun. The Spirit drew you here because the gates are already opening. That restlessness you feel, that heaviness in your chest, that fire in your heart, it is not random. It is the sound of heaven drawing near. You are in the middle of it now. Do not doubt. Do not waver. Keep receiving, keep opening, because the more you lean in, the stronger the flow becomes. You are not at the edge, you are already walking through the gate. And soon, when August 25th arrives, the fullness will pour out, and you will step completely into the story heaven has been writing for you all along. Beloved child, the reason you feel drawn to every word of this message is because your spirit knows it was written for you before time began. Heaven planned this encounter, and though the enemy tried again and again to block it, you are still here, reading, receiving, opening yourself. That itself is proof that you are chosen. You may not feel chosen, you may feel ordinary, but that is the mystery of God. He does not call the strong, He strengthens the called. And right now, He is strengthening you through these very words. You are not reading a message, you are being rebuilt, restored, and renewed. Heaven is pouring oil over wounds that have been bleeding for years. Chains are snapping even as your eyes move across these lines. Do you feel that trembling in your heart? That is the Spirit of God testifying to your soul, this is for you. Beloved, the night of visitation is not to be feared but embraced. For so long, the night has been your place of weeping, of loneliness, of unanswered prayers. But this time, the night will become holy. It will become the hour of transformation. Jesus said, I will visit you at night, because He intends to reverse what the night once represented for you. Instead of tears, laughter will be born. Instead of silence, revelation will come. Instead of despair, hope will rise. You will not dread the night again, for it will be marked forever by His presence. And when dawn breaks after that encounter, you will not wake as the same person. You will wake clothed in peace, carrying joy that cannot be stolen, filled with strength that cannot be explained. You will know that heaven has touched you, and the mark will never fade. Child of promise, do not look at your past and think it disqualifies you. The very things you thought ruined you are the very things that prepared you. Your wounds will become your testimony, your scars will shine as proof of survival, and your failures will turn into foundations of wisdom. Nothing is wasted in the hands of God. The enemy thought he buried you, but heaven was planting you. And now, the seed that was hidden in darkness is breaking the soil, rising into light. You will bloom in places no one expected. You will shine in ways no one imagined. The same people who doubted you will be astonished, and they will have no explanation except this: surely, God was with them. That is how powerful this visitation will be. It will not just change you, it will change how the world sees you. You will become a living testimony of God's faithfulness.